You're watching the Action Film Writer Series.
Pest Control by Gary Sconce and Matt Sconce. A comedy zombie thriller. Exterior Fresno, California skyline fly-in late afternoon. We fly in over Fresno, California at 30 minutes before sunset. Behind the Oriental-style security bank building, rich hues of orange, red, pink, and violet dance about the sky. The camera spins to the right and northward. Flying down north of downtown Fresno, we drop into a neighborhood with older houses in the Tower District. We see there is an unkept look to many of the yards, and debris is seen here and there in the streets. Abandoned cars are seen randomly left on the debris-strewn roadways. Many of the plants in the yards are dry and the grass needs mowing. We fly up to and into a window on the ground floor of a 1920s vintage home with a large front porch. The curtains are pulled as we enter the window, but we are able to see a faint glow through them to know that somebody seems to be home. Interior, Harvey and Laverne's house, front room, late afternoon. As we enter the room, we see the upper shoulders and backs of the heads of two old people, a man and a woman, on a beat-up sofa watching reruns on television behind them. The camera passes over them and spins around to see the front of the people. The man looks overweight and is nearly hairless with a weak comb-over across the top of his head. And the woman is a robust, large lady with numerous chins, an underthrust to her jaw, and an angry brow. Her red-dyed hair is poorly done and growing out gray. Her dress is old-fashioned and the flower pattern is ghastly, but at least is covered by a soiled white apron. The older man is in a poor-fitting wife-beater undershirt that has food stains on the front and slight armpit stains along the sides. The man and woman are stuffing their faces with snacks and laughing at the show. The room betrays lower social standing, is cluttered, and has noisily wallpapered walls. To the right of the couple is an old soft chair, a straight-back chair, and behind that a door. There's an old lamp on a small table to the right of the door. We hear the television go to a commercial. Television voiceover. We'll return to our classic comedy, UHF, in a moment. But first, a message from our sponsors. The woman looks like a battle axe, and when she speaks, her voice is grating.
Harvey, I want some more popcorn. Get me some.
Harvey.
Are you sure, Laverne? We don't have that much more left.
Laverne interrupts.
I said more popcorn, Harvey.
Harvey.
Okay. Don't get so nasty.
Harvey gets up and goes into the kitchen. We see Laverne listening to the commercial. We hear popping in the kitchen, and a Texas cowboy jingle on the TV pulls in her attention. The TV reflects in her twinkling eyes. Methuspud Malou, voiceover. So if you're having a few pests that you want all cleaned out, just pick up the phone and give me a shout. Call the number on your screen for Malou's Pest Control. Have a nice day. There's a small scratching sound from below the floor. Laverne looks down and to her left towards the door to the basement. It stops, and she starts to look back at the television. The scratching sound happens again, pulling Laverne's attention a second time. She calls to Harvey. Laverne.
Harvey, those dang pests are back. Didn't we just pay for getting rid of those things last year?
Harvey walks in with a huge bowl of popcorn and hands the bowl to Laverne. He looks towards the basement door. He seems very uneasy. Scratching sound happens again, sounding like a rodent gnawing on a board. Then the sound stops. Harvey.
It doesn't sound like much. Just watch the show.
Laverne.
Dang it, Harvey. Are you a man or a mouse? Just get down in the basement and take care of it.
Harvey.
But Laverne.
The scratching starts up again. Laverne yells at Harvey with popcorn falling out of her mouth.
Take care of it.
Harvey.
Okay. Don't get so nasty.
Harvey walks over to the basement door and picks up a bent, bristled old broom. He hefts the broom in both hands and, looking at it, swallows visibly. He then looks at the door. Our view of the door pushes in closer and closer to the doorknob that is locked. We see Harvey's hand turn the lock on the back of the handset. The lock clicks and rasps as if it has not been turned in a very long time. Harvey has sweat on his brow, and his eyes show the glow of a lamp that is to the left of the door. His mouth is open as if he is trying to get more air. His hand starts to turn the knob. Harvey's eyes flick up to the light switch on the wall to the right of the door. He quickly flicks it up, transfers the broom to his right, and then turns the door handle as slowly and quietly as possible. Suddenly, Laverne laughs loudly, almost screaming at something funny on the TV. Harvey jumps visibly and rolls his eyes back into his head. He breathes a deep breath and again turns the basement doorknob with his left hand. The knob clicks as the door latch opens. Harvey slowly opens the door. There is a sickening squeak as he tries to open it silently, but can't. The squeak in the door hinges is obnoxious and unbelievably loud with each small movement of the door. Harvey is visibly mortified at the huge sound of the door, but keeps opening it. When it is finally open enough for Harvey to pass through, he again places both hands on the broom and starts through. The scratching starts up again, and Harvey stops. Our view now looks up the stairs from the dark to a small naked light bulb on a poorly painted wall illuminating a frightened Harvey moving to a top landing. The scratching stops, and then starts again. Harvey's eyes are trying to see down into the dark, and sweat continues to build on his brow. He moves his head from side to side, trying to see down into the dark. From Harvey's point of view, we see down dark stairs that turn around and to the right to the basement floor at the bottom. There are dimly seen boxes stacked high. End scene.